Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Thunder and Lightning Gaming Podcast. I'm Thunder,
I'm Lightning.
and today we're going to talk about Fan Expo Boston because that's where we were last weekend. Take it away. Oh, I wanted to tease. Sorry, I have a new mini game.
Oh, okay.
In the
At the end?
we talked about it already.
Oh, okay.
To in the goop segment is going to slot in there.
Okay, cool. I had a good time at this year's Fan Expo. I will say the vendors, which is like my second favorite thing at Fan Expo, is a little lacking this year, and I think part of that issue is Gen Con was happening.
Yeah.
Which it seems like Fan Expo's already made hey Jimbo. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining us. It seems like they're already not going to let that happen again because they changed their weekend entirely. It's 2 months earlier than it was this year.
Dude, I didn't know what Gen Con was. You and I were playing Elden Ring, and we were talking about all the people who weren't going to be at Fan Expo, and we just kept seeing, like, they're going to be at Gen Con, they're going to be at Gen Con. Neither of us knew anything about it. We looked it up. It is the biggest tabletop gaming convention in the country, and it was founded by the co-founder of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Gen Con predates D&D.
Yeah,
It's from
crazy.
It's from like 68 is when Gen Con started.
So that means when Gen Con was happening and D&D wasn't out, they were just talking about like Monopoly and Candyland and shit.
They were talking about does Catan? I don't even think Catan predates D&D. They were just talking about Dominoes.
Yeah,
They
that's
were showing
what I
their
mean.
Dominoes collections.
They're like, have you heard of this wacky game called Uno? Anyways.
That's so wholesome to me. I would love to be there.
Meanwhile, last year at PAX Unplugged, I've got a game called Master Dater, and it's
Master Debater, right?
I think it's Master Dater. I think it's a dating game.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I could be wrong, but anyways, we're talking about Fan Expo. Vendors were a little That's the reason why.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jimbo. We literally just stopped talking about
Oh,
From Software.
no. Yeah.
We literally just did an hour of of Souls-like talk. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you missed
but
that.
that whole conversation will be up on the YouTube channel on Monday.
Yeah, it's also going to be on the VOD.
Yeah, it'll
right
be on
after
the VOD
this.
after we... actually, we could go... Let's do it right now if you want.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's how VODs on Twitch work.
Cool. Then go listen to that and catch up. Or no, we'll be done. That's how time works.
Yeah, the way time works. Some people will be like, I just caught up. It's like, how did you... I don't think you did. I think you skimmed.
I met Hayden Christensen, which was cool, but not as cool as it should have been. So me and Pauline, for the first time ever, we got VIP tickets.
Yes, yeah.
Specifically because we wanted to spend time with you guys Saturday and not do autographs all day.
Did that make was that worth it? Did that make a difference?
It was a huge difference. So here's the deal. Hayden Christensen was super late because he got a flight that day. Which,
and it got delayed like 3 hours,
it got delayed
right?
super long, which I got a lot of things to say about how Fan Expos run, but I'm going to say that after this. Had he not been delayed like fucking 4 or 5 hours, we were done at 11:30.
Right.
I met 5 people. 4 of them, one of which me and Danny Trejo, who had a super long line. We were done. The longest wait I had was maybe 3 people in front of me. We were there before most of the celebrities, too. If people were there on time, I could have met like 5 or 6 people. Right. We would have been done by 11:30. I wasn't even hungry, and we were done doing autographs, which is something that usually, if we're lucky, takes us all day on Saturday.
Right.
So it was way worth it. The biggest issue, Hayden Christensen was late. That not ruined, but it killed the rest of my day.
Well, yeah, it ruined like the plan of like if he was there, you could have.
That's why, by the way, I was on TV again. That's why I was on TV. Pauline was getting autographs, and I was just like, well, fuck it, I'm going to walk around. Hayden Christensen's going to take all day, I'm going to walk around.
Yeah.
And then there's me just like slightly annoyed Hayden Christensen isn't here. But But yeah, so they're talking with people in line. Oh, by the way, waiting in line for Hayden Christensen. This whole time I was like, man, people are going to judge us so hard who know us here for getting the VIP passes, because last year waiting for Ewan McGregor, we were just like, look at these assholes skipping the whole line and shit. There were two specific guys. One of their Instagrams is Once Upon a Con.
Okay.
If you want to check him out, they're super nice. They're brothers. We bump into them. And we're like, oh, my God, it's so cool to see you. And I didn't mention anything about our passes. And then we're waiting in line for Hayden Christensen. They come up, and I'm like, oh, no, guys. And they're like, listen, we found out that if you have a kid and you have a double wide, baby carriage, you get free VIP tickets.
That's awesome.
So we were like, oh, so you have them too.
I'm assuming what they got was a free upgrade. Like
yeah, they got a free upgrade.
Tickets, and then that's cool. I mean,
yeah.
that's cool.
Now here's
good for Fan Expo to do something like that.
Yeah,
for once.
Here's my thought though. Who's to say me and Pauline don't go to this con next year, right? And I
with no
and I buy a stroller, a double wide stroller, and I walk up to the ticket people and I'm like, "Hey, my wife's in the bathroom with the baby, but we have the stroller, and we were told we could get a bump up. That'd save us. That would, even with the cost of the stroller, that'd save us huge money."
Do you think they have a?
What are they gonna say? Prove it?
Well,
are they gonna say prove that you have a kid?
Do you think there's like a like? Do you think people have tried this grift before? Like, do you think they have like a you gotta see the kid, like
you gotta pay the troll toll.
You gotta. Don't finish that.
I wasn't. I thought of it. I thought of it halfway through.
But no, do you think they have like a you gotta scope out the kid clause in order to let them like
I
do
would
this?
give my best appalled acting I could. And say, you know what, forget it. I'll just enjoy. Yeah. Do you guys want a stroller?
And then you throw the stroller away. You take off the fake mustache and you
on top of my beard.
Yeah. No, you have the big, huge, and then you just buy normal tickets because your plan failed.
Yeah. I start walking away. I just push the stroller to the right.
Push it into a crowd of people. It explodes.
Oh my God!
The story is different now.
Yeah, now it's now I made it onto the news a third time at Fan Expo. Oh man. But no, meeting everybody was cool. I met the woman who voices Princess Peach and Toad, which was neat. I also willed a Toad cosplay into existence for myself.
My God, yeah.
I saw two people who had the little Toad hats on. I was like, that'd be neat. I really want one. There was a booth, like 10, that was selling them. I was like, one, please.
How much was that, by the way?
It was like $20.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's cute. Everybody's loved it. My mom wants to wear it for Halloween.
Nice.
So,
nice.
it's going to get its money's worth.
Oh,
I'll bring it again next year.
Yeah, totally. Why not?
Easy cosplay.
Yeah.
What else? You know what? I'm not going to spoil too much of what I got because that's in the vlog.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to check out the vlog.
Yeah.
But it was a good experience. Definitely hope the vendors are better next year. Also hope the layout's better. They fucked with the layout this year and it made a really bad traffic jam in the vendors.
Did you notice there was like the big panel that was where it always is, but then there was like a creator panel like in the middle of Artist Alley.
Yes. That fucked me up because I'm so used to just going
right.
And then I saw that and I was trying to get to you guys and I was like,
right, yeah.
Where do I go? I've stumbled into a panel.
Hey, we're in Artist Alley. Where are you? I'm sitting down watching a panel. I don't know what happened.
I tried. I saw Henry Winkler. Didn't meet him, but I saw him.
He was there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
Also, Creed and Oscar from The Office walked right by.
Yeah, they were just sort of fucking around.
They were just hanging out at Comic-Con, weren't they?
Doing their Comic-Con.
Because they had no need to be over there where we were.
Right.
Oscar was right next to us in Artist Alley, and I said, hey, it's Oscar from The Office, and he kind of, kept moving. Because he was right next to, you go down this way, this is where the guests go, you don't get to go there.
Right.
Me and Kelsey were just standing there, and I was like, "Hey, it's Oscar from The Office."
Nice.
Either that or he has a great cosplay.
a picture perfect
Yeah.
cosplay.
Not a hard one either. Oscar, easy cosplay. I'll say it.
I mean, yeah. Isn't the guy who plays Creed's name literally Creed?
Yeah,
That's cool.
he was also there.
Yeah. Have you seen? Sorry,
No,
this
that's fine.
Is in no way related to what you were just talking
That's
about.
okay.
You have seen The Princess Bride.
Yes.
Have you seen the like charity? Have I told you about this? A bunch of actors like from their living room.
Oh yeah, during COVID, right?
Yeah. It was great. There was a whole because everyone just filmed themselves and they like spliced it together in one thing. There was a whole section where the three, like, it's like Inigo Montoya, Andre the Giant, and Wallace Shawn. They're played by Kevin, Oscar, and I think her name is Judy from The Office, the blonde who's dating Dwight at some point.
Oh God, her character's not named Judy.
Oh,
Angela. Her character's name is
it's
Angela.
Angela, Oscar, and Kevin.
That's cool.
From The Office. Like,
oh, Oscar's name is also Oscar, I think.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, it was a good time, and honestly, a really good vlog. And it was our friend Catherine's first time, which she only got to catch the end, but it seems like she was really into it.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna have a really nice year next year.
Yeah. No, yeah. If you wanna know what this is.
Oh yeah.
If you want to know what this
check the
fuck
vlog
is,
out.
Check out the vlog. I love
Barbie versus Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't gonna.
I thought he'd give more hype. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's on the Instagram.
Oh, that's true.
I like how you said it's a really good vlog. It's not out yet. I could have fucked it up and.
Oh yeah, I mean it could. You're right. It could.
We got some good.
We got some good footage. Is what I should have said.
Was very fun.
That was a great idea.
I hope it's just as fun to watch because we're absolutely gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Next year. So
it got us a lot of people, more than we've ever gotten from a con. It got a lot of people to follow the channel, which was nice.
I already.
Yeah, you already stripped it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it again next year.
Yeah, totally.
Do you still have the one on your purse?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
That's fine.
I do have a stack of very important trash that I have to go through for this video.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of people.
Yeah,
it was a fun time.
Yeah, it was great.
But Anthony,
yeah, how
was your con experience?
Oh man, what if I was just like, I hated every second of it? It was great. I got like crazy tired, and I hope I didn't ruin the end of the vlog because of that. But
I didn't notice.
I was just so goddamn tired. When Kelsey and Catherine and I left your house.
Oh, well, at that point, yeah, I was also super tired.
When I was like more tired than I've been in a long time. When Kelsey, Catherine, and I left your house, we did not go right to my house. We went to Popeyes.
Nice.
I was just sitting there at Popeyes. Like, I felt drunk. I was just like, I can't think straight. I can't talk straight. I need to lay down.
Tell me what you think about this. What if we let everybody do their "this is what we got" video at home, but it has to be done by a certain day?
That would make it easier. If we set the release date of the vlog like 2 weeks out instead of 1 week, that would make it also easier. Because I know that people have varying like, job hours and all that.
We might have to keep it after the con then. That's fine.
It worked out. No, it worked out fine, and we got all the footage we wanted in one place. I was just so tired, and the reason is because, as alluded to earlier, Catherine couldn't do all 3 days. Suddenly, she was supposed to. We're not going to talk about why because it's not our business. But she was supposed to do all 3 days. She only ended up doing Sunday. So the plan usually is, when it's just the four of us, what we've done in the past like year or two or maybe even 3. We scope it out Friday. We don't really do anything. We just sort of walk around. Whenever we get hungry or tired, we're like, all right, let's go. And then Saturday, we spend the whole time there.
Yeah.
You guys do autographs. We do whatever. We just do the... And then Sunday is kind of like wrap-up day where we're like, buy a thing I saw earlier. Go to do a booth I forgot to do yesterday. Hit up a few things in Artist Alley, and then we're out.
Yeah.
But this time, because Catherine was there for the first day and it was her first time ever doing the con, we wanted to stay the whole time because we wanted Catherine to have as much of
the third day.
Yeah.
We stayed way longer than we usually would.
And I think that like really affected me more than I thought it would, because I was just like, I was so tired. I showed off the wrong pop figure, I realized later. In the video, in the vlog, when you watch it, I'm like, this one is been on my list forever, and nothing I said was a lie, but I straight up showed the wrong pop figure. I just like grabbed the wrong one. But I think I'll just leave it because it doesn't matter. But I was just like, I was really tired. But no, it was great.
I'm just looking at all the Harley Quinns.
We also have there's more over here. We also, like we usually do, we filmed a skit in the hotel room.
Yes, Anime Chair, my favorite series we make.
Anime Chair 3 is coming out probably shortly after the Comic-Con footage, because it's going to be all in the same, the Comic-Con vlog, because it's going to be all in the same footage. So either Wednesday next week or Sunday next week, a week from 2 days from now. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I like that.
I think we breathed air into what could have easily died. That being Anime Chair. I think we just set ourselves up for a good while for Anime Chair episodes.
Yeah. Although we do need to do voiceover for it.
Oh yeah.
So we'll figure that out later. Not important now. But yeah, Anime Chair is really fun. And I hope people like it, because I like that a lot. Everything we made this weekend, the whole vibe, like every time we made something, my thought process was, I hope people like this, because I really like doing it.
Same. And it's funny too, because we were like, day one, we were all kind of tired, and I like alluded to like, when do you guys want to make Anime Chair? And I kind of got like a what? Who gives a shit vibe? Which like I get. I was also there, but I'm glad we were like, all right, gang. On Saturday, it's like, it's time to make Anime Chair, and everybody was down for it.
Well, because you were like, let's watch. Kelsey and Anthony have never watched MST3K. Let's throw on the Mac.
I actually wanted to ask you about that on this podcast, but not right now.
Yeah, so you were like, we're gonna throw on the Mac and Me episode, and you were like, we were waiting for food. We got the food. You were like, I'm gonna put on the Mac and Me episode, where they're like an hour and 20 minute long.
Yeah, roughly.
You were like, afterwards, let's film Anime Chair, and for a couple minutes, I was like, we're gonna watch a whole film, then do Anime Chair. And then I looked at the clock, and it was like 5:30.
Yeah,
it was like way earlier than I thought it was. I was like, oh, that makes much more sense. So we watched a full episode of MST3K, filmed all of Anime Chair, and then watched another full episode of MST3K, and by then it was only like 9, and then it was like, well, bedtime. It was like so much early. We left Saturday so much earlier than I thought we did.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We wanted to, but I was just like, there's no time. We can't watch Mac and Me and Anime Chair. I was like, oh, there's fucking plenty of time, and I'm just tired.
No, we gave ourselves just enough time to do everything, and I'm so glad, because as far as I'm concerned, it was all really worth it. In Anime Chair, as always. We've kind of made it so we can only make it's Anime Chair season.
Oh yeah,
time to film Anime Chair. If not, then you don't get Anime Chair till next year.
Dude, there was I just realized that the title of it is very inappropriate, but there was a old YouTube. I won't even say who made it. There was an old YouTube show who, now that I think about it, literally did what we did. They had a skit, an ongoing skit, that they would only do entries in when they were all together for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
and I totally didn't even realize that we're literally doing the same exact thing.
By the way, if anybody wants to see these other episodes of Anime Chair, they are on YouTube. And it's a fun watch. It's a short watch. You'll think it's 5-6 minutes worth of footage. We're actually probably going to put them on our TikTok too soon.
Oh yeah, they are not long. This is probably going to be the longest one, but
yeah.
That being said, it's probably going to only be like 2.5 full minutes or something like that. Yeah, they're cool.
We do as much as we can within the confines of one hotel room.
Yeah, and the Westin changed their chairs, so hopefully people aren't upset about that. As upset as I was. No, it was fun. I had a fun time. I had a no poster rule because I have a ton of posters, and I just
if you couldn't tell
most of my entire room. So I was like, no posters except tiny ones because I can put the tiny ones wherever. And I had a really rough time, but I did adhere to that. My money situation got all fucky just like it did in LA.
Oh yeah, but you know why.
I know why, and I know how to prevent it next time. Also the ATMs at Fan Expo, I don't know how ATMs work or like which one, who, if it was the building's ATM or if it was, but the thing said benefactor of whatever will take $1 off of like as a deposit for the transaction. And then when I got to it, they took $4.
Oh, no.
And I was like, that's more what I expected. That is different from the $1 that is on the machine. So maybe, I don't know. Also, a 1 is like super easy to turn into a 4. I don't know. I was just like, that's odd, but I'm going to deal with it anyways.
Weird.
I found a really rare, not real super rare, but I found a rare game that I've been wanting for a while. I forget what it's called, but it's essentially a Dragon Quest game where instead of turn-based combat, you swing the sword with the Wii remote.
Mm-hmm. Did I see that?
Yeah, I think I might have been like, oh, look. Because I ordered it from eBay a while back during quarantine when I was like ordering stuff from eBay Fiend. And it never came to me. It like never got delivered and I got my money back. So I was like, shucks. So now I own it forever. What?
I'll continue my Pokemon Scale World figures journey another time.
Okay.
We got too much to talk about today.
Well, do we want to move on? Is there news?
Yeah, no, let's. Well, oh shit, what's his name? Someone died.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of news, and then we'll move on to my my segment.
Yes. Well, he's not going to be up there. What am I doing? Oh my god, I don't have it saved anywhere. The character who plays Dale Gribble from King of the Hill passed, like, yesterday.
Oh, and I did not hear about this.
I just started this week rewatching. Also, one of the streaming services is going to make more of it, so I don't know what they're going to do now. Okay. I did, however, come up with a video essay idea of what the next season of King of the Hill could look like with this news. So maybe we could do that at some point.
That one is all you.
Yeah,
as
no,
far
that's
as writing
fine.
And writing and recording goes, because I know nothing about that show.
No, that's okay.
Earlier you asked me if I knew anything about Demon Slayer. I know arguably less about King of the Hill. Here's the things I know. It's animated. Damn it, Bobby. And
that boy ain't right.
I'm pretty see, that even is new info to the brain. I'm pretty certain, I feel really good that the main character's name is Hank. That's all I know. Oh, and he has a Butterfree, and
no,
he's got Star
non-canonical.
Platinum. In some videos I've seen, he has Star Platinum.
Non-canonical.
Oh, okay.
Alt universe.
The Hill is so good and so accurate. Interesting.
Yeah,
I can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
Well, it's very how do I put this? King of the Hill is a good watch. I think you should watch it.
Okay.
It's one of those things though where like don't judge me for using this as an example.
Okay.
But you watch Borat, right?
Okay.
And
Never seen it, but
oh shit. Okay,
sorry.
Well I was trying to it's one of those things where it's like they're okay, American Dad. You've seen American Dad.
Yeah, I actually like American Dad.
He's super Republican, but that's part of the joke.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're kind of poking fun at him and
so
his personality.
The main character's a Republican, but it's not still Last Man Standing with Tim Allen.
Exactly.
It's not that.
Right.
It's more
well,
like American
Hank is
Dad,
just very... Hank's like straight out of the 50s in some cases.
Okay.
he's prudish.
When did this
The
show-
90s,
okay.
late 90s.
How is it like? Has it not aged well?
Oh no,
Is
no,
it
no!
like-
It's fine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. It's actually a pretty wholesome show, but you have to realize when you're watching it, part of the humor is
right.
don't-
right.
you know.
But it's not like it doesn't have like. It's not like homophobic or
I mean,
the R word. Or
yeah,
whatever.
no, there's none of that.
Okay.
It's a very PG show. They hint at things, but that's part of the joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Hank will be like, I don't know, trying to think, like Bobby might walk into his parents because he was scared, and Hank will wake up and be like, "Whoa, Bobby, what are you doing in the master bedroom?" And it's like, it's just very like, why is everything so oh my god, my brain's done, I guess.
No, you're good.
Why is everything so formal with Hank?
Okay.
Like that kind of vibe.
Is it kind of like It's Always Sunny, where it's like, why are you acting like this? No one acts like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Okay.
exactly like that, but opposite. It's the opposite of Always Sunny. How they're trash humans. Hank is like, why are you like this? The other side.
Okay. All right. Sure. Okay.
He's Hank Hill. He's the assistant manager of Strickland Propane, and he sells propane and propane accessories.
Oh, propane.
That's how he introduces
That's
himself
the
to
thing
people.
from that show.
Yeah.
The propane.
My name is Hank Hill, and I sell propane and propane accessories. It's like nobody gives a shit, Hank. Why are you this person?
I sell propane. Welcome to my home. This
No,
is my
no, you
Butterfree.
missed one in propane accessories.
I
You
sell-
have to add
I
that.
sell propane and propane accessories. This is Bobby and girl. This is female character. Welcome to my home. Here's my
Luann.
Butterfree. Here's Star Platinum.
Oh God. Now that I've lived in the South, I can agree that King of the Hill is accurate. That kind of scares me. I'm so mad that I can understand Boomhauer. Oh yeah, Boomhauer talks like. I'm not even gonna try it. You just
Okay.
look up a video of Boomhauer speaking.
Okay. I'll do that.
King of the Hill, though, I would put on your list. I think you would like King of the Hill.
But to circle all the way back,
Sorry,
someone died.
one of the four guys. They go, "Yep." They drink beer and they say, "Yep."
Oh,
He's
sure,
like-
yeah.
He's like Hank's family is the main character. If there was another main character, it's him and his family.
Okay.
That guy died,
Okay.
and I have
Do you voice all four dudes? Is that
no.
what- oh,
Mike
oh,
Judge,
oh,
the guy who makes Beavis and Butthead, voices Hank, and he makes the show.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a whole season in my head though that I've been working on that
Nice.
since yesterday. This news happened yesterday, and I was like, "Oh man!" But wait, it'd be cool if they went this route with it. But yeah, that is my whole King of the Hill spiel, and that's all the news that I bring to the table today.
I believe it's been a while since we've podcasted. Just in the topic of big notable celebrity deaths, Tony Bennett also.
Tony
passed
Bennett did
away.
also pass. I didn't know if we had talked about that yet. Not to jump right over Tony Bennett, but do we have any news on the dude that plays Kang?
No.
Nothing, huh?
No. I think that
So weird.
there. I mean, yeah. I think that we're just waiting for some sort of court case to happen.
I thought, I
But-
thought it would.
No, I
Thought
think
we'd already
I
be
think-
there.
I think it's taken a bit because I think it's one of those things. I think it's a I don't want to compare it to this, but I think it's a situation like the Johnny Depp situation where it's like the court just keeps receiving new information,
Okay.
and every time they do, they're like, "Well, that changes it. Now we got to change a few things. We can't." So
You'd
yeah,
think, and I know the court is supposed to be blind,
right.
but you'd think knowing that there's a multi-billion-dollar franchise,
Oh man, they don't care.
they really don't, which I guess good for them.
I mean, as far as that billion-dollar franchise is concerned, the season 2 of Loki is like coming. It's
Yeah, that'll probably be the last thing for a long time, but it is coming. Well, that has nothing to do with his court case. That's just
no,
with
I
the
know.
strikes and
I'm just saying, like, I thought that was going to be like
oh,
postponed
let's hold on to it.
indefinitely.
Yeah.
Loki 2 was supposed to come out.
I
But
see.
don't you like the Marvels? But it's actually coming out.
No,
so.
Disney's being as blind as the
Trial
courts.
date is September 6th.
Oh,
okay,
fuck
so
yeah.
That is a
Thank
lot
you.
sooner. Okay, cool. Cool.
No, the courts are. I mean, Disney's doing what they should. They're like, well, nothing's been proven yet, so we're just going to continue.
We've talked about this before, so I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah.
But I really do think that they're like trying to not make the same mistake that they made with Johnny Depp.
Oh, you mean losing their entire Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because they fucked over one dude?
And Alice in Wonderland. Not
right.
that we give a shit about that series. But
actually, I thought it was kind of neat. But yeah,
two very, very lucrative franchises for Disney are dead because they were like, in the high of cancel culture, they were like,
fuck that dude.
And
then he said,
Johnny
fuck
Depp,
you.
Johnny Depp had the ability in court to be like, not only did they cancel Pirates, but there was supposed to be a third Alice in Wonderland movie, Sunglasses. Anyways.
Yeah.
I have a new segment.
Yes.
So I was thinking about Goop. And
like we all do.
I was thinking about...
in our spare time.
As I drifted off to sleep, I was once again thinking about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Spider Gwyneth Paltrow. Yes.
I was thinking about Goop Troop and how it is sort of becoming a finite resource.
Yeah, absolutely, because she can't make the bullshit that she used to make.
But also, when you look at that site nowadays, it's like a good 10% weird stuff we can talk about, and another 90% like clothes, watches, dietary supplements. Like it's every time I want to do Goop Troop, it's kind of like a good 10-20 minutes of me searching through this website. So I want to start doing other stuff to fill the segment spot, because I do like ending the podcast with a segment.
I'm down.
So I have come up with a new game. I don't have a name for it yet.
Oh, I found out today that she has a Netflix series called Goop. Oh yeah, that's old news.
Yeah, she does. It's
unfortunately.
Hey, guess what? It's a scam, like everything else she does. Watch it. It's a complete scam. I haven't seen it, but I've seen video essays about it. Excuse me. So, and I asked you this off camera, but I'm going to ask you again on camera.
I genuinely forget what you're about to say, but I believe you.
Chris, are you familiar with the television show The Twilight Zone?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am.
So, recently, my parents were watching The Twilight Zone, and
good show.
I've been watching it with them, but on the days that I don't want to watch it with them, what kept happening was I would see the beginning of the show, and I would be like, this is a cool setup. I'm going to go upstairs. On my way upstairs, I'm going to Google how it ends, because I was trying to guess how it ended. I was like, this makes for a fun thing, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to try it out now. So what I've done is I have
What's the segment called?
I don't have a name for it yet.
The Zone.
I did already admit to that. So maybe in between you and me in chat and the rest of this segment, we can come up with a name. But it doesn't have one yet. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the premise of an episode as described by the internet. And when they leave it a little too vague, I'll explain a tiny bit more. And then it is up to you to come up with how the episode ends. What is the twist at the end of the episode?
Okay.
Because if you don't know, Twilight Zone is an anthology series, so every episode is a new story, and it's always supernatural or science fiction-y in some way, most of the time. And there's usually a twist. Some episodes, there's not really a twist. Like I watched an episode where Long Distance Call, it's the one where the grandmother gives the kid a toy phone, and then she's like, use it to call me, and then she dies, and then he does use it to call her, and her voice actually comes out of it, and she tells him to kill himself so they can be together, and then at the end of the episode, the dad's like, bring him back, and then she does, and it was just like, okay, that wasn't really a twist, but it was supernatural for sure. So I wanted to start this segment with the first ever episode of Twilight Zone. So this is Twilight Zone episode 1 called Where Is Everybody? This is the description. A man finds himself totally alone in a small town. His panic escalates into terror as he desperately looks for an explanation. So
I've seen this episode. I forget how it ends.
Perfect. That's the perfect amount of brain I want you to have.
So shit.
So what do you think? How do you think this episode ends? He's alone, seemingly the last person on Earth, but he's just exploring a town.
I believe, and I'm partially using imagination, partly trying to remember.
Okay.
I believe it's a test. I believe he's being watched like a lab rat to see how he behaves. This one's tough because I've seen it before, so I'm not getting too imaginative. And I could be totally wrong. But
then maybe if the next two I do, you're like, I've seen this one too. Maybe this segment doesn't have legs, but
I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. Give us the actual ending.
So you think? So just to be clear, you think that he's like was put here by someone for testing, and like people are watching him in like a booth somewhere? Okay, so you're like half right.
Yeah.
The town isn't real; it's all in his head. But he is being tested. He's in like a chamber where they're like feeding him this brain information, and the test was to determine if he was ready to travel to the moon. They were testing him for space travel, and they wanted to see if the isolation would how long until he goes mad. You know.
Gotcha. It's a good show.
It is a good show.
He's in a computer simulation. Well, don't just say it.
No, I think that was their guess.
Oh, okay.
Because that's technically not what happened. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing. If you have guesses, if you know the answer, don't. But if you have guesses, feel free to put them in chat.
Definitely.
I forgot to say that. Okay. Episode 60. The Rip Van Winkle Caper. This one doesn't do a great job of explaining it, so I'm going to explain it all more. 4 men pull off a perfect gold heist, then plan to hide out until they can safely spend their loot. So they steal a bunch of gold, and then the leader is like, come into this cave. And there's a bunch of like coffins in the cave, essentially. And they all go to sleep in the coffin. And the idea is that they're going to remain asleep for 100 years. And when they wake up, their plan is like, now we're awake and no one's...
Are they vampires? Are they skipping over the fact that they're vampires?
Oh, that's your guess for the...
No.
Oh, okay.
That was just a piece of the plot that I think is missing.
No, the coffins that they are in, like, it fills up with gas and then like knocks them out.
Okay,
and then they wake up.
So they're not
years
necessarily
later.
coffins. They're like
it's like a
chambers.
It's like a little glass box that Sleeping Beauty, that Snow
Okay.
White would be in.
Okay. Then they wake up 100 years later. I'm going to say that society has collapsed. I think gold is worthless at this point.
Okay.
Do we have any guesses?
I've never seen a Twilight Zone episode. Interesting. I think
you would love this show.
You'd like them, yeah.
As my wife, I have a pretty good guess at things you'd like. You would love this show.
So, you said 2 things. One of them was inaccurate, and one of them was completely accurate. So, They wake up, then they, a lot of stuff in the middle happens. It's not important, but the guy essentially, like, he's walking through the desert, and he, like, dies of dehydration, because there was, like, they miscalculated, like, how close to, like, town they were. He dies. Dude finds him, and he's like, oh, he was clutching this gold for some reason. Gold's been worthless for whatever.
Oh, interesting.
So it wasn't post-apocalyptic. They drive up in like a future car. It wasn't post-apocalyptic, but gold is worthless, which is the twist at the end.
Cool.
This one is one of my favorite episodes of all time. This is episode 61, The Silence. Annoyed by a club member's constant chatter, a man bets him he cannot remain silent for a year, living in a glass enclosure in the club basement. So this dude talks a lot. Other dude is like, I'm going to give you, what did he say? He said $500,000, which is like, basically 4.5 million back then. If you can shut the fuck up for a whole year, you have to live in this box, and you can't talk for a year.
I'm going to guess one way or another he loses his ability to speak.
So I will say this.
The year is up.
I will say this. There's 2 twists at the end of this one.
Okay. That's going to be twist 1 for me.
So twist 1 is he lost the ability to talk. That's what you said, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm going to guess he also manages to lose the bet. But how is the big question? I'm going to say at some point during the year, he fears he's lost the ability to talk one way or another. Maybe he's given up and he tries to yell and he can't. And I'm going to say right as he's about to win, he finds his voice again.
Okay. So we've got the guy needs him to talk for some reason, but the boxman doesn't know how anymore. And then we've got he sews his own mouth shut.
Oh, shit.
So here's how the episode ends. He wins the bet. He steps out of the box. People are like, why aren't you talking? You can talk now. And then he takes off, he lowers his shirt, and he reveals that he, right before going into the box, had his vocal cords severed.
Oh, shit.
That's twist number 1. Twist number 2, guy who made the bet was so sure that this dude wouldn't be able to do it, he was lying. He has no money. So even though this guy won the bet and now can never talk ever again, he is not going to get the money he was promised.
Classic Twilight.
And if you noticed, something that I noticed.
We got a few guesses. The guy needs him to talk for some reason, but the box doesn't.
I read all these.
Oh, I see. Oh, those were guesses. I thought you were I didn't read those yet. I thought you were telling me what happens.
No. Those were guesses.
I see.
But what I noticed, which was pretty cool, I thought about this episode, one of the only episodes that is not science fiction.
Oh, yeah.
This episode could happen. He got surgery, and then the guy was broke.
That could totally happen.
Realistic nonfiction.
I like the segment. I think the more we do it, the funner it'll be. Yeah. I think I just needed to feel the waters a little bit, you know?
Obviously, I won't pick, the one with Shatner and the thing on the plane. Obviously, we've all...
I was waiting for that. I didn't know your knowledge of Twilight, so I was pick one of the famous episodes. My knowledge
of Twilight Zone is I've seen episodes here and there. I know the super famous ones, like Talking Tina and To Serve Man and shit like that. But also, I've been watching Twilight Zone with, recently.
It's a
so
good
I have
show.
A few episodes that... There was one episode I thought was really cool. There's 4 dudes. It's a commercial flight, and there's 4 dudes flying a plane, and the pilot's like, "Did you guys feel that?" And they were like, "No, what?" He's like, "It's just I felt like we picked up speed for a second. They're calling control. They can't call control. They've lost all communication, and they're like, this is an emergency situation. We're just gonna have to try to land." And they're like, if you try to land, you might hit other planes in this traffic, right? So they risk it. They go down, and they were on their way to New York. They get close enough to land to notice that they've gone back in time and there's dinosaurs. And they're flying over New York, what New York will be one day. And then they go back up. They try to go back into whatever time travel wind they caught. They do catch it, except instead of going to 61 where they left, they go to 29.
Oh,
so
shit.
They're still in the past. But not as far in the future as they needed to go.
I don't want to spoil a new movie that came out recently, but that is the plot of a new movie that came out recently.
My parents hadn't seen insert new movie here, and I was just sitting here what the fuck? That's exactly what happens in new movie that just came out. And I can't talk about it because it's a huge fucking spoiler.
I like this.
Cool.
Peel, as in Get Out, Us.
Yeah.
He redid this show recently, right?
He did, and it has its fans, but how do you watch it?
That's what's I haven't been able to see. I'm dying
to. Correctly, it was originally streaming only on CBS All Access, which I'm pretty sure has been defunct.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
It's been defunct, right? So how do I watch it now? I'm gonna look into that because if whatever Prime or whatever my parents are watching it on. No, it's Paramount Plus. They're watching it on Paramount Plus. Maybe the other one is there too. But yeah, I know that he recreated some old episodes and made his own too. And that guy's filmmaking genius. So I'm sure I'm sure some of it sticks.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like nobody can access it. I bet it's gold. He'd do fantastic with the Twilight Zone series. I was going to say ripoff. It's Twilight Zone.
Does he yeah, they got the license and everything. Does he come out Rod Serling style?
I think so, from what I've seen.
I got to find this. Okay, cool. That's it for stream. That's it for the podcast. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.